we've got our Tuono strapped to the dyno. It's ready to do the first runs. We're going to get it run up on the dyno, do what we always do, run the bike at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100% throttle openings. See exactly how Aprilia have set it up at the factory. That's going to give us obviously a picture of what we can do with the bike and where the biggest improvements are going to be made. So that's the base runs done on the dyno on this Aprilia Tuono. As the bike leaves the factory, it's making 167 brake horsepower at the back wheel. The data that we required from the fueling shows that anything below, so like 50-55% throttle openings, the bike is very lean, which is probably why it's so lumpy to ride in traffic at the bottom end. As you can see here from the plot, we've been able to fix that completely. You can see the blue plot is before the map and the red plot is after. We've pretty much made it fuel exactly where we wanted it to. As you can see from the road testing that we did, the bike will now pull in sixth gear from below 30 miles an hour to jail speeds or nirvana, whichever you reach first. So as far as the power is concerned, what have we done after the map? Well, we've gone from 167 brake horsepower to 172 at the back wheel, but really the gains are to be made below 50%, and in the throttle response, the fueling is now absolutely perfect throughout the rev range. The bike pulls now as it was intended to do by the factory before it was strangled to death by Euro emissions below 50% throttle. The V4 now is an absolute pleasure to ride. As we fix the fueling at 40% throttle, we've also made a huge increase in the amount of torque that the bike now produces below 9,000 RPM. The bike as standard made 70 Newton meters at 40% throttle opening. It now makes 77, so there's a gain of about 10% in the torque, and that's all at the bottom end of the rev range and all at the bottom end of the throttle opening, so that's really where you are going to notice the gains on this bike. At wide open throttle, we've gone from 118 Newton meters of torque to 122. The separation is throughout the rev range. Wherever you are in the rev range, you've gained about 4 Newton meters of extra torque at wide open throttle. So we've got the standard bike set up exactly how we wanted it. The next stage in the development for this bike is going to be to get rid of the standard exhaust can. It's a big ugly thing that's stuck on the back of the exhaust. It's got the houses of the cat. If we put an end can on it, we can get rid of the cat and make the back end of the bike look a little bit better and sound a little bit better. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and you'll get a notification of when the next video is available.